We've got a great show. We started a little late, so let's get this party started. Are you guys ready for your first performer of the evening?
Yes.
Wonderful! I'm going to bring her up. She's very funny. Give it up for the wonderful Rachelle Cochran, everybody!
Yeah, yay!
Hey. Thanks, guys, for coming out. Really appreciate it. The best compliment I have ever received was the following. Rachelle, you look a lot like Blake Lively, but I'm drunk as fuck and you look like Kid Rock an hour ago, so who knows what the fuck you look like. You know, life is so strange. You can look like a sister of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants at one moment, and then the next you look like a greasy hot dog. You know? So sad. So I'm super blessed. I live a really charmed life. I don't really get acne except for on my chin. Woohoo! It looks like a pizza pocket down there. Have I ever been to Mount St. Helens? No. Why? Because it's on my chin. Huh. That is a new joke that will probably erupt no more. I finally looked it up as to why I only get acne on my chin, and it's directly correlated with excessive caffeine, sleep deprivation, and alcoholism, which is my life in 3 words, ladies and gentlemen. Is that going to change? No. No, it's not. And you're probably wondering, Rachelle, your chin looks great from where I'm sitting. That's because it's under 3 feet of concealer. It is great to be a woman. I'm just trying to be pretty in this pretty little world. Thank you so much. Next joke. I get my hair cut at Bishop's because the alcohol gets me in the mood. Haircuts are a very stressful time for me. One time I came out looking like Arya Stark with a bowl cut, and I don't want that to ever happen again. And not only do you get free alcohol, but you don't have to make an appointment. There's no commitment with this system. And I hate commitment. You know, you just walk in. And then when I think about it, I treat my whole life like it's a walk-in. No commitment. You know? And that's really sad, and that's why I'm single. But that's fine. That's fine. One of the worst times I went there, I asked for something edgy. I was like, give me something edgy. And she proceeded to give me a mullet, which is cool. It's like it was like a less sexy version of Meg Ryan's Shaq, more or less. Instead of you've got mail, you've got mullet, or sleepless in Seattle, sleepless with a mullet. That's okay, I grew out and I'm living life still. I'm the oldest of 6. Catholicism is my game. Lack of birth control is how I came. Thank you so much. My mother is what you would call a youth appliance of sorts. No, she's had 5 buns in that oven, besides me, and only one was raised properly. Ha 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 ha. Only been a couple yeast infections, if you know what I mean. I'm kidding, that's so gross. I have 4 little sisters, and we used to go to chastity conventions, otherwise known as Jonas Brothers concerts. Burning up for you, baby. That was my favorite song, FYI. One of my sisters, she's doing much better at me in life. She's a nurse. She went to nursing school in North Dakota. Do you know what they do for fun in North Dakota besides my sister? Absolutely nothing. It's the home of the white buffalo. If you really want to see one, go. Other than that, nothing. She's a nurse now in Portland, and she complains about her job quite a bit. She goes, Rachelle, my patients, all I did was complain and bitch and moan and complain and bitch and moan. I'm like, Brittany, her name's not Brittany, we'll call her Whitney. Whitney, you're on the surgical floor, your patients are gonna whine, they're in pain. Like, what do you expect? And she's like, I just wish I could stick a tube down their throat. That's all she said. She just wants a bunch of patients in comas. So be nice to your nurse. That's all I have to say on that. So I used to be an accountant, until I got fired. That happens. I used to look for the debit to my credit. Currently single. And you too? Let's go see if we can balance the books after my set, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man.
So stupid, so stupid. I went on my first formal date not too long ago, and you're probably wondering, what constitutes as a formal date? Complete and utter humiliation. Know what I'm saying? He was really sweet. He kind of reminded me of Macaulay Culkin would have been if it wasn't for, every single drug on the planet. But he propositioned me via Facebook. He told me all these things that are clearly true. You're so beautiful. You're so smart, funny, tall, good looking. You have no zits on your chin. Like, let's go on a date. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I love compliments. He didn't tell me I look like Blake Lively, though, so it could have been better. But he had a plan. He had forethought. He wanted to go to a coffee house for a conversation, coloring books, and coffee. What color? Wow. What kind of coloring books, you might ask? Game of Thrones themed coloring books. Like, I know I look like Arya Stark, but really? Do you have to bring those kind of coloring books? And what consists of a Game of Thrones coloring books? Like dragons, incest, and winter? Know what I'm saying? So we colored. I hate coloring. We had some coffee and some conversation. And then he wanted to go to a place that served exceptionally good sausages. His house. I'm kidding. It's disgusting. I don't do that. We went to eat corn dogs instead, and I've never talked to him since. But that's okay. I'm happy. My roommates. I have 2 male roommates. They're great. The bathroom has a nice little, like, the decor is pretty much just like pubic hair and beard shavings everywhere. A nice little feng shui, if you may. Pubic shui. Cum shui if you're bringing a black light. Gross, I know. I did not mean to go there. One of them just started dating a Vietnamese girl. She's super sweet. She cooks pho all the time and has a voice only dogs should be able to hear. But, so good. I now fall asleep to the sweet tunes of anime porn. It sounds like Hello Kitty is getting fucked every single night outside my bedroom door. I'm going to end on this joke right here. My youngest sister called me something I've never heard before. She's 7 years younger than me. I should know this. She called me a chode. What the hell? What the heck? Like, I had to urban this crap. A penis that is wider than long? A beer can dick? Then you see a little picture of Danny DeVito on the side? It's a dick that can touch all the sides of a tuna can without reaching the bottom. And I am not a cho, ladies and gentlemen. I am Blake Lively. Thank you! My name's Rachelle Cochran. You guys have been so great. Thank you, Matt.
Give it up one more time for Rachelle, everybody.